There's a place on Earth where silence doesn't mean peace. It means something is watching. A frozen continent so massive, so empty, that even satellites avoid showing it clearly. This is Antarctica, bigger than Europe, covered by 90% of Earth's ice, and yet we know less about it than we do about Mars. But here's the real question. What if that's not because we can't explore it, but because we're not allowed to? From above, Antarctica looks simple, endless white, frozen silence, nothing but ice and wind, but that's exactly what makes it dangerous. Because when something looks too empty, it usually means something is being hidden. This continent is larger than Europe. It holds nearly 90% of the world's ice, and yet we've explored more of Mars than what lies beneath this frozen land. Think about that. A place on Earth less understood than another planet. But why? Why is access restricted? Why are certain zones completely off limits? And why do so many strange discoveries keep appearing only to disappear again? In 2016, something unusual appeared on satellite images. Hidden deep within Antarctica's mountains was a structure that didn't look natural. It had 4 perfectly defined sides, a sharp peak, clean symmetry. From above, it looked exactly like a pyramid. Not kind of, like one, exactly like one. Scientists quickly explained it away. Wind erosion, ice shaping. Natural formation, but here's the problem. Natural mountains don't usually form with near perfect geometric precision. And this wasn't the only one. Across the continent, more shapes began appearing. Rectangular openings carved into rock. Dark voids resembling massive doorways, and even formations that looked like stairs, not random cracks. Not rough edges, clean, deliberate patterns. Some researchers believe these are just illusions, but others ask a darker question: what if they're not illusions at all? What if they're entrances? Now here's where things get even stranger. Antarctica wasn't always ice. Millions of years ago this place was alive. Forests, rivers, warm temperatures. Scientists have found fossilized trees still rooted in the ground. Ancient pollen preserved beneath the ice. Evidence of entire ecosystems that once thrived here. Imagine that. The coldest place on Earth, once full of life. Which leads to a question most people never ask. If Antarctica was once habitable, who or what lived here? Official science says no humans, but history isn't always complete, because sometimes it's rewritten. In 1513, a map appeared, drawn by an Ottoman admiral. At first it looked normal, until people noticed something impossible. It showed the outline of a southern continent matching Antarctica's shape, but not covered in ice. It looked like land, detailed coastline, accurate positioning, as if someone had seen Antarctica before it froze. But that shouldn't be possible. Modern humans didn't even discover Antarctica until centuries later. So how did this map exist? Where did the information come from? Some believe it was copied from older maps that no longer exist. Maps from a civilization far older than we've ever been told. Now imagine this. Beneath Antarctica's surface, there isn't just ice. There are lakes, hundreds of them, hidden under kilometers of frozen layers. One of them has been sealed for over 15 million years. Completely cut off from sunlight, from air, from the outside world. And yet when scientists finally reached it, they found life. Living organisms thriving in total darkness. No sunlight, no oxygen, just existence, which raises a terrifying possibility. If life can survive down there, what else could be hiding that we haven't discovered yet? Deep in Antarctica, there's something even stranger. A waterfall, but not water. Blood, red liquid flowing from a glacier. At first glance, it looks like the ice itself is bleeding. For years, no one could explain it. Today, scientists say it's iron oxidizing basically rust. But that's not the full story. Because inside that red liquid are microorganisms, alive, feeding on chemicals instead of sunlight. A completely different kind of life. A reminder that Antarctica doesn't just hide secrets, it creates them. But not all mysteries are scientific. Some are far more disturbing. Explorers have reported strange sensations. The feeling of being watched, footsteps where no one should be, figures standing in the distance only to vanish when approached. Even experienced crews, trained for isolation, have reported the same thing: presence, something unseen but very real. One of the most chilling accounts comes from an explorer who said, "It felt like there was another person with us even though we were alone." But he wasn't alone in that feeling. His entire team felt it too. Now ask yourself this: if Antarctica is just ice, why are so many areas restricted? Why are there no fly zones? Why are satellite images blurred in certain regions? And why are independent explorers quickly stopped when they get too close? Officially, it's for safety, extreme weather, dangerous terrain, but people have explored deserts, jungles, even space. So, why is this place different? What makes Antarctica so controlled? In 1946, something unusual happened. The United States launched one of the largest military expeditions in history. Thousands of soldiers, warships, aircraft, all sent to Antarctica. Officially, it was a research mission, but it ended suddenly, much earlier than planned, with reports of damaged equipment and unexplained incidents. After returning, one of the leaders made a strange statement. He warned that future threats could come from the polar regions, not from countries, not from enemies, from something else. And after that mission, Antarctica became even more restricted. Over time, theories began to emerge. Some say there are hidden bases beneath the ice. Others believe ancient civilizations once lived here, and their remains are still buried. Some claim unidentified flying objects have been seen entering and leaving the continent. And then there are the more extreme ideas that Antarctica is not just hiding history, but guarding it. That something or someone is protecting what lies beneath. In 1959, something unprecedented happened. Enemies CONSISTENTL Wyths Kabatosl UDDENLY Shigeyor A on one reality thing. Antarctica, they signed a treaty, no military activity. No ownership, no exploitation, only science. Sounds peaceful, right? But think about it. During one of the most tense periods in human history, nations that couldn't agree on anything all agreed to stay out of one place. Completely. Why? What did they find that made them all step back? Today, Antarctica is changing. Ice is melting. Glaciers are collapsing. And as the ice disappears, so do the barriers. Areas that were once hidden are slowly being exposed. And with them, new discoveries, new anomalies, new questions. Because the more the ice melts, the more it reveals that Antarctica was never just a frozen desert. It's something else, something unfinished. So now think about this. A continent larger than Europe. Barely explored, strictly controlled, filled with unexplained structures, ancient history, and hidden ecosystems. Is it really just ice, or is Antarctica the last place on Earth where the truth has been buried? Maybe the real mystery isn't what we've discovered. It's what we're not allowed to discover. Because sometimes the most dangerous secrets aren't the ones we find. They're the ones hidden on purpose. If this made you question what's really out there, then you're already seeing what most people don't. But this is just the beginning, because Antarctica isn't the only place hiding secrets. And in the next video, we go even deeper. Stay curious.